Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel where today I'm once again deciding to start a project that I have little hope of finishing. If you are at all on crochet TikTok, crochet YouTube, social media, anywhere, if you know people who crochet, you've probably heard of a temperature blanket. And if you haven't, I'm happy to introduce you to it. So a temperature blanket is, I forget, there are a bunch of different ways to do it. It basically make a blanket and each row corresponds to the temperature of each day of the year. So it has 365 rows. And you like go and buy yarn, you color coordinate it, and I always thought that was so cool. And I want to do one this year, but I do not have money to go buy that much yarn, and I'm gonna forget about it. I'll be honest, I'm gonna forget about it. So I was like toying with the idea, because I've never made a temperature blanket before. I was like, oh, you know, what if I made a temperature scarf? That might be more manageable. And then I was doodling around on Pinterest, and I saw someone who made a temperature snake. I'll try and find it and put it on screen right now. I think what they did is each row of the snake was a different color. I'm gonna do it a little differently, but I love that idea. Cause like, it's just, that I think is something. I don't use a scarf. I have too many blankets as it is. But a temperature snake, I love every stuffed animal I've made. We're gonna do that. So today is January 25th. I'm currently snowed in. It is, I think last night it was like 8 degrees, which, I'm from the south. We don't do snow like that. And we don't even get like fun snow. We get ice, and our infrastructure isn't made for that. So like our entire city shuts down. So it's not even like fun. It's cold. I found a website that has basically historical data of all the average temperatures of each day. So I'm gonna make a temperature snake and I'm gonna start it. So I'm gonna do the first, assuming I finish it today, I'm gonna do the first 25 days. Maybe 24. We'll see if that data is available for today. I am pulling my pattern from this book. Someone gave this to me, and let's see. Victor the Viper. This is the one we're doing. So it is, let's see. It is only like, the snake is 50 rows long. We're gonna do 300. It's gonna be a long snake. It's gonna be a long snake. I'll be 20 stitches around. That is very manageable to do for 365 times. So I have my yarn set up for what I'm using, at least. I kind of just went through my stash and I pulled colors. So we have dark blue for under 20 degrees, light blue for 20 to 29, this dark blue green for the 30s, this for the 40s, this for the 50s, this for the 60s, and this for the 70s. I wrote it down. I'm gonna do orange, red, and then like a dark purple for 80s, 90s, and over 100. But I don't have that right now, and I'm not gonna need it until probably May, honestly. So we're not gonna worry about that right now. So I'm gonna start this, and it's about 20 rows, and for the head of the snake, I'm gonna do black. I just feel like that will be the most neutral color, at least that I have. I don't have a white or anything. And then I have safety eyes. And then I didn't go and get it yet, but I have polyfill. So I have everything I need to get started, at least. I think the hottest it got was in the 70s. So I may be using the yellow, but yeah, this is a 5mm hook. Hopefully I don't get too frustrated doing this. Sometimes I can get really, I'll be honest, I can get like unreasonably angry doing amigurumi, because I don't like to crochet that small, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I am going to turn on some TV. I don't know what I'm gonna watch yet, but I will let you know. And I'm gonna make the head. I'll check in as I go. And then we'll start on the body of the snake, and we're gonna do January. But let me know what you, in the comments, what you guys, let me know if you're doing temperature blanket. Let me know if you also got snowed in this last weekend. Did you stay warm? Are you okay? Please let me know. Hopefully it's warming up. I do know that this is gonna last a bit, but this is kind of the worst of it for me right now, personally. And we, knock on wood, our water and our power seem to be okay, so I hope it is the same for you. I hope I can pass on my good luck to you. So I will come back in a bit and we will see our snake. All right, so it's been about an hour and I'm done with the head. This is what it looks like. I don't know how. I thought about giving you guys updates as I worked on it, but then I remembered it's black yarn, and black yarn, incredibly difficult to see on camera. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add the eyes. So these safety eyes I'm using, they are 12 millimeter. They may not come up super well, and they're probably gonna look a little silly. Do I like that placement? Move that one over. Okay, that's probably the best we're gonna do. So now, okay. I don't have much polyfill left in this bag, but I do have a whole other bag of it, so. Oh, first I need to put these things. Gosh, I really messed up my nails the last time that I did them. I was very careless when I was taking off my gel polish. And so now they're like very weak. Okay, eyes are attached. Now I'm gonna shove some polyfill in here. Decent. I think that might have been the rest of my polyfill. So now we can start. The data I was looking at is only confident in its accuracy for the first 19 days of January. So we're gonna do 19. That we have some 50s, we have a couple of 60s, and then we have 40s and 30s. So that means 50, 30, 40, and 60. So this is 50s, which is what we start with. So we're gonna do 4 rows of this. Every now and then I catch myself mumbling and I'm like, that's not productive. So I'm going to finish my last row, and then to pull through my last stitch, I'm gonna use the green. And every stitch it says on the pattern to do 50. So this is obviously gonna be a very, very long snake, but I'm okay with that. I'm just tying this off and then I'm gonna sever the black. Oh, I'm sneezy. Okay. And so I am done with my black. I don't think I'm gonna use it again. I think there are, after the main body part of the snake, there's maybe 15 rows that taper off into a tail. I think I'm just gonna, for the last 15 days or so of the year, just do that. But we'll see, I may change my mind. So yeah, I have it attached now, and I just am gonna do 1 stitch in each stitch all the way around. And I'm gonna do 4 rows of this color for the first 4 days. Then I didn't put my paper clip back in at the beginning of this row because it's very obvious what the first stitch of the row is, but whenever I do single crochet, I always mark my first row. The first stitch of my row. I find that just makes it much easier for me to count my stitches properly. I usually don't have trouble with it on other stitches like half double crochet or double crochet, but for whatever reason, whatever reason, single crochet. I cannot see. So yeah, there we go. That's our first day. January 1st and now January 2nd. So I did my first stitch of row 2, and then I'm just gonna take this paper clip, slide it in, and now I know where I started. I like the way that these type of projects look. They are like, they hurt my hands. Like I haven't even been, you know, like I haven't done very much comparatively, but my thumb like has a rug burn on it essentially from how tight I have to hold the yarn to make sure the stitches are even. Quite annoys me. But oh well. This is like infinitely less time consuming than a blanket. Like, I mean, look how quickly I did. One day. There we go. 2 days. Then I usually take my paper clip out. I do my next stitch and then I put it back in. There's probably more efficient ways of doing this, but this is how I'm used to doing it, and if I do it the way I'm used to doing it, then I won't get confused and forget. Here's our first 4 days. So I'm gonna do my color change again, and I'm gonna change to this because the next 4 days are in the 60s. So left 1 stitch, I'm gonna make the stitch, pull through, and then pull through with the green. If it would cooperate. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna tie it first because it's just not cooperating. I hope you cannot see the way that I'm sitting in this chair right now because yikes. So, made my first stitch, and then I'm going to, now that I've tied it, cut this off. Because I don't know when I'm coming back to it. I really wish I had another green color. But you know what? Chaos snake. I love a good chaos project. Just kind of using what you have. Sometimes you gotta just accept that things are gonna look a little crazy and embrace the craziness. You know, they all are, everything's just a little bit more fun that way. So we have 8 days now, or 4 days of the 60s. We're gonna change back to our 50, our green 50 color. We're gonna do 1 row of that, and then 40s. 40s is this. Do you know, you may be wondering, hey, why didn't you just go buy yarn? Because you don't really have that much of any of these colors. And to that I say, I don't really care. Not to be like callous or anything, just this is for me. This is not for anybody else. This is for fun. And if, say, I run out of this green color and I have to go to Hobby Lobby and I find a yellow green but it's not exactly right, the only person who's going to notice is going to be me. And that is not that is not going to have any impact on my day-to-day life. So I'm just not going to worry about it. So if it bothers you, I'm sorry. Don't do it for your snake then. But I'm doing it for mine because I could not be bothered. I also have the tags of where I got most of these, so if I do run out, I'll probably be able to get a match. Like some of this I bought very recently, but if I don't, it'll be fine. They'll still look fun. Because, like, also, you know, the idea of a temperature blanket, it is very cool and very interesting, but it doesn't make, like, it's not a design choice or a color pattern most people would pick. Because it's just kind of random. So, I'm not concerned about it at all. Okay, so I ended 50s. I'm gonna do 40. So that is this, where is your thing? Okay, and how many rows of 40s am I doing? 3. Cute. Color change one more time. Then I think maybe after this, I'm gonna have to stuff it soon. Guys, the snake is gonna be enormous. Oh, this is fun. I love a goofy crochet project. That's why I love my lesbian fish so much. Well, I'm finally done with this bag. Time to open a new one. And I'm not gonna worry too much about like really stuffing it yet, because I do want it to be like flexible. I don't want it to be super like stiff. Okay. I set my phone down for maybe 30 minutes. I pick it up and I have like 15 messages from my university being like, hey, campus is closed. Campus is closed. Don't come in. Don't come in. They sent me an email to my school account, to my personal account, they texted me, they called me, they left a voicemail. Like there were so many. There were so many. And I just know there's gonna be someone who's gonna show up to class tomorrow and be like, I didn't hear anything. Despite all of that. Anyway, here's our snake so far. You can kind of see the difference between 40-degree weather and 50-degree weather, but not really. And you know what? I don't care. So we're gonna stuff the snake again. By the way, you guys have full power here. Feel free to name the snake in the comment section. So next we are doing some 30-degree weather, which is this dark blue and green. Oh no, it's tangled. This one would be kind of tricky since it's like a very soft fleece-like yarn. And this should finish us out for the data I have in that program for the last few days. I could probably like make it myself by looking at everything, but it's nice that that program does it for me and I don't feel like doing math. So I'm gonna just start with our 19 rows and be happy with that. Actually, I don't think I've ever tried to do a single crochet with this yarn. I don't know what this yarn is made out of. I don't know if it's acrylic or something, but it does, like, I don't think, when you pull on it, it gets really, really thin and brittle. So this may be one where I have to loosen up my tension a tiny bit. And I'm doing 3 of these, right? Yep. I don't know how well you can see that, but this is probably going to be, because I'm using a bunch of different types of yarn and they're not all the same weight or the same material. Snake's gonna be a little lumpy, but you know what? That's just the price we have to pay for whimsy and for joy. And now we're starting our last row for today. I really hope that this doesn't get too like stiff, you know, like that I can coil it up and it can just be a little guy. Can you, my gosh, block amigurumi or like steam it? Like, would that help, or is that only for like wearable clothes? We may have to try that later on if it doesn't, you know, chill out on its own. Okay. I'm gonna grab another paper clip and use it as a stitch marker so it doesn't come undone. And I am going to leave it attached to this just in case, because I bet it's gonna still be like 40-degree days. So this is our snake so far. This is where I live. This is the first 20 or so days of January. He's quite funny looking. Look at him. I am glad I did the head in a separate color, because trying to do all of that with constant color changes, that would have made me incredibly angry. I'm gonna bookmark this page I've been using. I'll put it down in the description. I think it takes data, and it's made for making temperature blankets. So it has a high, a low, and an average. I'm using the averages, and it recommends waiting like a week to make sure all the data is accurate, so there's a chance to fact check. I'm gonna go by that. So anytime I update this, I will always be a week behind. If you guys are interested, I'm probably gonna anyway just do updates on this little guy. So you'll have plenty of time to name Senor Snake, or Senorita Snake. I haven't decided yet. Its gender hasn't spoken to me yet. So yes, let me know how often you guys want updates. Like, I could do one every month if there was interest in it, but realistically it'll probably be every few months. And I won't work on it solely on camera, but yeah, you'll probably see more of this guy as we go along. So I'm not even sure if you can see him if I put him up here, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know how often you want to see updates to the temperature snake. I hope everyone's staying warm, because yikes, big yikes. Hope everyone's okay. Hope everyone's safe. Hope everyone's Walmart still has bread. I put out new videos every Wednesday, just doing random stuff like this. So if this interests you, please join. Hang out. We have fun here. Please subscribe. Like this video, leave a comment. You can also follow me on TikTok or Fable. I do book content sometimes. You can see what I'm reading on my Fable. And other than that, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!